Hey everybody, Superfan Giovanni here. Welcome to Classic Loveline, episode 390 from March 27th, 1997, a Thursday night show with guest Jennifer Grey. Now this is Jennifer's second appearance of the Adam Carolla era. Her first visit was from 1996 and seems to have taken place within that large gap we had of files. Unfortunately, we don't have a fan file to fill in the gap, and the fan file that's been floating around the internet for a few years is just a merging of several different incomplete copies of this show. Now we finally have the official tape complete, in order, and you can finally enjoy it. This episode has an immediate tonal shift than normal shows. The guest, Jennifer, is super involved, and right off the bat, Adam asks her if there's anything she wants to say, oddly hinting about the suspected crush from her last visit. Turns out it's Jennifer's birthday, and Adam rants about sheet cake and his traditional birthday pies that always seem to be a hit at each of his birthday parties. Later in the show, they discuss the mass suicide involving the Heaven's Gate cult that took place the day before. Overall, this is indeed a classic show we've been searching for many years. Jennifer doesn't seem to have any appearances after this visit of the Adam Carolla era, however there might be one or two, although it is unlikely. If we ever get our hands on that show from 1996, we'll make sure to release it in the feed and let you guys know. And as per usual, it was recorded in 1997. Some of the medical advice may be out of date. Please consult your own physician or contact Dr. Drew and Mike Catherwood on Current Day Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Listener discretion is advised. You can follow us on Twitter at Podcast1, on Facebook, Podcast1 there as well, and Podcast1.com, the home of all your favorite podcasts. And if you'd like to check out more of my work, please visit superfangiovanni.com. Mahalo, and get it on.
The following program is a Podcast1.com production.
2.
Welcome to Loveline
with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I'm still a man.
and
Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
Loveline's meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
All right, phone number 1-800-LOVE-191, fax number 319, certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Next week we have Erasure, John Waters, and Duran Duran. But tonight, back by popular demand, Jennifer Grey.
Hey there.
Hey.
Hey.
Anything you want to say before we get started?
Just good to be back.
Mm-hmm.
What took us so long?
Yes.
That's what I want to know.
Would you like to comment on my physicality at all?
I'm kind of taken aback.
You are?
Yeah. No baseball cap?
No.
Who knew you had all that hair?
Yes.
In Hollywood, it's, generally, everyone kind of assumes that you have no hair.
Right. Yeah, when you wear a cap. I'll tell you, and it seems a shame to be a radio host and have the matinee idol good looks, doesn't it?
Pathetic.
Well, not to mention the red ruffle tuxedo shirt.
Yes, with the collar that goes on for 6 yards.
Yes.
Yeah. Where are we flying through tonight?
Dress to the moon, baby. Dress to the nines.
Nice jacket.
Yes.
I noticed the nice shoes.
Nice shoes.
Is this a new you, or should I take this personally?
I like to dress nice because it makes me feel nice. I don't dress for other people. Drew will attest to that.
Oh.
But once in a while, like women who claim to wear lingerie because it makes them feel beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm the same way with my dress.
So are you wearing lingerie?
No, I'm wearing no underwear.
No underwear and no talc. No talc. Jennifer, I want you to know something. I will attest to one thing.
Talc-free?
Talc ceased when you left the studio.
Yes. That was the day the talc died. People who listen to the show know that I was all about talc. I had
You're the talc man.
I had about a $1,500 a week talc habit that I'm not real proud of. I would dump a industrial size vat of talc down my shorts before I left the house because it made me feel fresh.
Did it have a silky feeling, or did it turn to like pudding or?
Yeah, there was. It was sort of. It had a tapioca-esque feel to it after a good day of work. But what happened was I was heavy into talking, and a good woman can change you. A lot of good women will get a man off the sauce. Jennifer got me off the talc.
Yeah.
Jennifer came in here, it was about a year ago. She sat down, immediately sparks were flying. Now, I know you're coy, so I'll speak for you. Jennifer set her sights on me immediately. I felt her stare. I felt her presence. I felt her undressing me and snapping my jockstrap with her eyes.
I am uncomfortable for Jennifer.
All right, well, Drew, then you leave the room. I want to tell it like it is. And I'll tell you what Jennifer's situation
Drew
is.
was here. Thank God. For
Jennifer's a big star. Dirty Dancing, Doogie Howser's Day Off, many big movies. The Ferris Bueller stuff and whatnot. Wind. Was that the one?
Yeah, that's one.
I saw that movie only because I thought it was about farting, and I was sorely disappointed when I found out it was a bunch of guys who sail.
Yeah.
Very bizarre movie. But here's the situation. Jennifer's, she's been through the Hollywood guys. She's gone out with the directors and the producers and the celebrities. Yeah, sure, it's good for the first couple of months, but it's empty. These guys don't have anything inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've been around. Now
they don't have shirts like this.
Yes. Now, even though you don't look it, you're maturing in age. You're starting to settle in emotionally. It's no longer the schoolgirl who's out excited about dating some guy who calls himself Joey when he should be calling himself Joe.
Absolutely.
Right? Am I right? And you're ready to settle in.
Looking for a real man.
Looking for something special. Something that does not translate on celluloid. Yes. So Jennifer came in here a year ago, and she was quite taken with me, enamored.
Until
about the 11 o'clock hour when she found out the talking.
Oh, sorry.
He partook in talc.
And for some reason, that was a deal breaker for Jennifer. I'm guessing she had some sort of bad talc experience. Were you ever molested by a guy who talked or anything? Or was there something with talc? Got you on a very deep and almost, visceral level. What is that with talc in you?
It doesn't belong down there. It's for babies when they're having their diapers changed.
But you weren't traumatized anyway by talc.
Well, I'm actually still, delving and digging. And
right. So there's some therapy.
I'm still looking.
So you may get to the
I'm hoping to get to the talc.
The
incident.
The root of the talc.
Yeah.
The point is when she found out about the talc, the deal was off. The love that we had found between us in the first hour had quickly turned to disdain.
And Adam's been remorseful and depressed ever since.
Tell me that your
great
lady
loss
friends
for him.
haven't appreciated my guidance.
Lady. When you pay for sex, it really doesn't matter how much talc you do use or don't use. I could tell them it's flea powder. They wouldn't care.
There's another issue coming up between you, though. Jennifer mentioned something about pies not being so appealing to her.
Oh. I can't believe that. It was Jennifer's birthday yesterday. Am I right?
Yeah.
And I decided, because I wanted to celebrate her birthday, and because I was so enamored with her, I decided to give Ann $5 and tell her to get a pie. And I don't like this birthday cake tradition. I am trying to eliminate this from society. I want the birthday pie.
You're a pie man.
I'm all about pie and the filling. All the parts of the pie, not just the crust.
She asked me why.
I'll tell you why. Because, yes, cake can be good. It can be good. But let's just take an average cake outing, be it a wedding or a birthday. Okay. Somebody goes out to Vons. They plop down $6.25. They get one of these bad lard icing, white trash, angel food with the fake roses on top of it, and they set it out in the middle of the table. If you're lucky, it's got some coconut sprinkles on it. This is horrible. Yeah, sheet cake. Am I allowed to say that? Thank you, Ann. It is a nectar of not nectar, but it is the confection of white trash. This sheet cake, and everyone and you got to drink like a pot of coffee just to get through a bite of this stuff because it immediately clings to the roof of your mouth. It impairs the airway, and I've seen many people die tragic deaths just from eating bad cake.
Doctor, can you confirm that?
Sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, if someone wants to take the time to go down to a nice bakery on Melrose or something and find some old Jewish guy and plop down $20 and get something with a nice fruit layer, I have no problem with that. But people don't do that. They take the easy way out.
Sure.
And then you pay at these parties. Now, here's the thing with pie. Can't go wrong with pie. Find me a bad pumpkin pie. Find it. I defy anybody to find me a bad pumpkin pie. Hey,
there is such a thing as bad crust, though.
There is bad crust, but that's only 15% of the pie. Maybe 18%, depending on the thickness. You can
still be satisfied by the filling.
Absolutely. So when I throw the dessert dice, when I roll the dessert dice...
You got her. She's following you.
Right. I had her hooked.
All right. She got you. You're all right, fine.
You know what your job is, Drew, tonight? I am, yes, I like the fishing analogy. We are on a boat. I am in the fighting chair. Do you understand? I'm strapped in. I'm going after big game. I have like a 75-pound test line. Your job is to dump water on my reel, and when I get the catch close enough to the boat, I want you to gaff it on board. Other than that, crack me a beer, get me some sunscreen, and stay out of the way. All right?
I thought he was here as my chaperone.
Oh, he's a little of that. But don't worry. I greased his palm plenty before the show. He's willing to turn his head. I didn't say date rape, but I think he'd go along with anything I put forth. He knows a happy host is a good host. Pie. I got you pie tonight. And that is going to replace cake from now on.
And
okay?
What kind of
apple
pie?
Pie, and it's a la mode.
Mm.
All right? You would represent the heated, warm, gooey pie, and I would be that cool ice cream that is just melting upon the touch. You see what I'm saying? Dripping over the sides.
Let's go to calls.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Wait a minute. What's the name of your TV show? The Player, right?
Mm-hmm.
What am I looking at here?
List of
look
credits.
at all these movies.
Yeah.
Man, you've done a million movies. All right. When's The Player going to air?
Well, we just shot the pilot. We finished it yesterday, so we got to make sure it gets picked up. And if it gets picked up, I guess then we start shooting them in the summer, and maybe it starts in the fall.
All right. Hold on. I didn't hear a word. Reckless, Red Dawn, Cotton Club, American Flyers, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Dirty Dancing, Bloodhounds of Broadway, Wind, Lover's Knot, Red Meat. What the hell is that?
Red Meat was at the Slam Dance Festival in Utah. And it's a really good movie. Actually, I think you'd love it.
All right. Is it out on video?
No, they actually just got European distribution, and maybe you'll get to see it somewhere, hopefully in a theater, but maybe in video.
All right.
It's really great. I think.
All right. Well, I'll watch it over at your place. All right. Drew, you ready to get to the phones?
Yes, sir.
All right. So The Player's coming out soon. And it's based on the movie The Player, which was really good. Okay. Jennifer, 13.
Hey, okay, here's my problem. I was 12 years old when I lost my virginity to my boyfriend. And yes, he's still my boyfriend, and I'm 13 right now. When my mom found out, like a month after it happened, and she kicked me out of the house, and so I'm living with him still. And I just found out that I'm pregnant. And I don't know what to do because I don't really agree with abortion. And even if I did and I asked my mom for the money, she wouldn't be able to give it to me because she doesn't even, talk to me.
You have a problem with moral issues with abortion?
Yeah, I don't agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
How about adoption?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I can go through the pregnancy.
What do you think is best for the child? I mean, if indeed you're trying to look out for the child's interest, which I commend you for, I am basically anti-abortion myself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really scared about going through it since I'm so young, you know?
Yeah, you are so young to be in this position. It's just unbelievable.
I know.
13.
Where are you living now?
Santa Barbara.
No, I'm sorry. How? With whom?
Oh, my boyfriend.
And how old is he?
He's 17.
And he lives independently?
Yeah.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
What's he do?
How does he support himself?
He goes to school.
Oh, I see. Jeez, I got to get in this school. What are they paying? They pay you by the unit or by the semester?
How does he support himself?
Oh, he works after school and on the weekends.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And he's able to have his own place?
Yeah, he works at his grandpa's store.
And you guys live alone in an apartment?
Yeah, his parents support him, though.
Okay. I thought we were trying to get to that a few hours ago. But anyway, how far along are you?
I just found out yesterday. I'm 2 weeks.
2 weeks on. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously the better thing for you is abortion, but I certainly support your decision to do whatever you need to do. For the child, adoption would be the best thing.
I'd go abortion, actually.
Okay, that's fine. Of course you would. But if the child adoption is clearly the best option, because you guys are really not capable parents at this point. I mean,
okay.
Here's my. I mean, we're both all sort of overwhelmed by your problem. I mean, my heart goes out to you. The deal, though, is your parents are the people that need to support you right now. Your family.
Well, my dad's not around.
Where is he?
He's gone.
Where is he?
I don't know.
you have any way of getting in touch with him?
None whatsoever.
Do you think your mom would rally if she knew you were pregnant?
I don't know what her reaction would be. I really don't.
I generally believe in giving parents a chance to be human beings. Because any parent that's not a bad person will support their child at a time of need like that.
Do you think I should talk to her?
Yes.
I'm not going to give you explicit recommendation because I don't know that your mom's not a bad person.
Yeah.
I mean, some parents might react by beating their children.
Well, let's figure this out. Until this episode, has she been an all right mom?
Well, she never really was around that much.
And she's got that dad. Look at what she chose for a dad.
Yes. Is she into drugs?
No.
Booze?
No.
Does she bring any weird guys home who've tried to put their hands on you?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, listen. According to Loveline, she's a model parent at this point. If the kid has not been molested and it's in the 7th grade, she deserves some sort of accommodation.
Yeah.
All right, go talk to your mom. She really should rally. Parents make a lot of idle threats, and they do it oftentimes because they're scared that you're going to get involved with something that's going to hurt you. But when push comes to shove, she's still mommy, and I would like to think that she would come through in a situation like this.
You're changing your position too, but you're saying help me. You're coming from a place of need and desire to get help, and maybe listen to some direction from her. Okay.
Okay.
All
right. No more sex.
And if not, there is always there are referrals. There are places you can go by your. Oh, you're not 14 in this state. You were going to need your mom's consent to get an abortion, or is it 12? I'm sorry, it may be 12.
If it's 12, that is so sad.
I think it's 14 though. I think it's that you need to have parental consent below the age of 14. So
I'm going to be 14 in 2 weeks.
All right, so you're going to be able to do it by yourself. Give a call to Planned Parenthood if things don't work out with your mom, okay? You can discuss with them what your options are.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Well, who would have guessed Santa Barbara, by the way? You were a little surprised when she said she was living in Santa Barbara.
No.
Oh, okay. That's the beauty of Drew. Total honesty.
I'm totally...
That's rough, isn't it?
Oh, I just feel for her so much.
What would you think? What do you think she should do?
I mean, I don't think that a 13-year-old can raise a child the way a child deserves to be raised.
I totally agree.
I mean,
and
somewhere 50% plus of children live births in this country are to teenagers. If that is not a scary statistics, I don't know what is.
So, I mean, it's just, I think the most, I'm pro-choice. Personally, I think nobody wants to have an abortion, and it's not a form of birth control. I mean, it's just, kids have got to use protection and be really careful. Otherwise, they have to face this really heartbreaking, situation way too early in life. I mean, it's just.
And listen, to all you idiots out there that are, you Bible thumpers that are against abortion, who always work it as, it's used as a form of birth control.
It is.
Okay.
Well,
so be it.
Some people are very casual about it and don't realize how serious
they certainly are, but I mean, listen, really think about it. If there's one fetus, 3-week-old zygote or fetus that's aborted, and or the same woman has 10 3-week-old zygotes aborted. You know what I mean? It's still her vagina. It's her womb. It's her drunken boyfriend's sperm. And I don't really. This whole they're using it as birth control is total BS.
Right,
if you can do it once, you can do it 100 times. It's their moral dilemma.
All right, I agree. Those are
Screw you, people, with the birth control.
All right, that's not the big argument against abortion. So come on, let's go on.
Okay. Jason.
Hey, first I'd like to say, you rule, Adam.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ever since... Well, sorry, I'm in the bathroom, and the phone's real messed up in here.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
Wait, hold on. Dave! Ever since you got on the show...
hold on. Who'd you yell for?
My dad. He's calling for me.
Oh, okay. What's his name?
What are you doing in the bathroom?
I'm hiding.
You're hiding?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you better get it out before he finds you.
Yeah.
What's your question?
I masturbate sometimes, and my dad said masturbation causes pimples. Is that true?
Causes pimples?
Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
Neither does chocolate.
No.
No.
No. Does your dad have pimples?
No.
Did he have pimples?
I'm not sure. He doesn't have any pictures of himself when he was little.
He had pimples.
Yeah. Listen, Jason.
There's a cultural thing about that, by the way. Some cultures tell their kids that.
It actually is an acne medication. It really is. It alleviates stress, and stress is the biggest causer of pimples.
You should see Adam's skin. He has got the best complexion.
I look like a China doll.
He never had his ever.
No, I felt one coming on once in the 9th grade. I quickly ran to the bathroom, peeled one off. It shrunk like air coming out of a balloon. It was awesome. Yeah, thanks for that endorsement, Drew. You don't mind a man who has proper prostate hygiene, do you?
God, no.
Yeah, that's all right with you.
Absolutely.
It takes the pressure off of you sexually.
I don't think of it that way, but...
Oh, I'm just saying, I'm the kind of guy...
It keeps you in peak performance is what she's thinking of. Come on, I'll give it a good
well,
spin.
not only that, but I'm the kind of guy where if you say, listen, Mommy's not in the mood tonight, just take it into the bathroom.
If I ever call myself Mommy to a guy, just shoot me.
Jen, 16.
Hey, guys, how are you tonight?
Good.
Adam, I have to go with you on that birthday pie idea.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I'll tell you, when I'm in power, that is the first thing I'm going to do is eliminate cake from weddings and birthdays. It will be birthday pie. And let me just say this, Jen. How many times has this happened? Drew, we've talked about this before. It happens every time. There's a party. There's always one poor chick who gets on cake detail. It's not the one who bought the cake, but it's someone who's sort of setting up with the party, involved with the party. Her job, and it's a thankless, humiliating job, is to cut the cake into like 300 little squares, put them on those miniature little plastic plates, and walk around from guest to guest. Now, the guests are smoking, they're drinking coffee, they got a drink, they're sitting around the house. And here's how it goes. Would you like some cake? No, thanks. No, come on, have some cake. We ate before we came. Please, take the goddamn cake. Take it. And then when you clean up the party, you find the same cake. There's a little frosting missing where the person gave it a try, and then a cigarette put out in the middle of it. This is what you find. When I have a birthday party, I order pies. They're demolished. Demolished. They eat every single one of them. What's going on with the pup? Jennifer got herself a dog. What kind of dog is that?
She's a peekapoo.
Huh? That's a porn name. That's not a dog. What is that?
She's a Pekingese mix.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
We're living in our car, so I had to bring her.
What happened? Why are you in the car?
Moved to New York a couple months ago.
Oh, really?
Sold my house out here. Got a gig here. No place to stay.
Right. Oh, really?
You're slow,
I got like a Murphy bed. It's actually right on top of my bed, but so technically you're on a separate bed, but
so
we
like
can
a bunk
still.
Bed.
It's a bunk, but it's only 4.5 inches apart from the one below it. I was going to go 6, but that was a little out of my range. Jen?
Yeah.
We got to go to commercial.
Okay.
I don't know what your question was, but we'll get back to you. I promise. You shouldn't have gotten me going on the whole pie thing.
Sorry.
All right, but we're going to eat some pie now. Ann, put the pie in the microwave. Can you do that?
Mm-hmm.
No, not you, Jen. Producer Ann? And
yes,
all you peripheral people,
peripheral? Is that what you said?
You peripheral people, you hangers-on, you scabs, you're not getting any of this pie, by the way. I see there's a huge congregation in the next room. A lot of people all of a sudden interested in the show. No way. All right. All right, put it in the microwave, Ann. Jen?
Yeah.
We got to go to break. Jennifer's going to explain to me how to pronounce peripheral, and we'll be back.
All of my most sensitive areas were inflamed.
Really? Loveline will be right back to deal with inflamed, sensitive areas.
And now, Katy Perry.
Imagine going on stage without any guitars, or keyboards, drums, or a microphone, and being expected to roar. Tough, right? It's the same with our teachers who are using their own money so students can learn. DonorsChoose.org is a charity that helps teachers get what they need for students to succeed. That's why Staples is donating $1 million to the cause.
Join Katy Perry and donate at staples.com/MakeRoarHappen.
Hey, this is Greg Fitzsimmons, host of Fitz Dog Radio, right here on Podcast One. Join me track my rage against middle age, the exploration of what's behind the scenes in Hollywood with guests like John Hamm, Zach Galifianakis, Jimmy Kimmel, Carolla, Hardwick, Rogan, Sarah Silverman, all the big guns. We talk personally in a funny way. Come check it out. Fitzdog Radio on Podcast One.
All right, Drew. You didn't get it all out during the commercial?
No, I didn't.
All right. Loveline is the name of the show. 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew, and she is Jennifer Lovesick Gray. You know her from movies like Red Dawn, which I'm embarrassed to say I enjoyed quite a bit. Cotton Club, American Flyers, 10-speed movie.
Look at this.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Dirty Dancing, of course. Wind, and has a new TV series coming out called The Player, which is based on the Altman film that was just incredible. Does it look like I got the smallest piece here, or is that just me? Is that me, Drew?
You give us some of mine.
I can?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's very good.
Is that good? Is it hot?
It's just warm enough.
Okay, because we got the a la mode thing going with the apple bite. Now, tell me this does not kick the ass of some bad store-bought cake.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Any day of the week.
Bad store-bought pie beats the cake any day.
You know what I figured out the whole thing is? It's cake can handle candles. A pie can't accommodate candles.
Can't handle candles.
Cannot handle the candle. The crust does not work well for the candle.
It doesn't support.
Cake has like
Adam, how much time are we going to
can I make an observation?
use tonight?
Not only
talking about cake and pie.
No, clear that he has wasted all too much of his life thinking about this topic.
It is really something I'd like to do, and you guys will not be on the pie council once I'm in in power.
I know.
Right, Ann? You worked your ass right off the pie council.
Hey, who bought that pie that you're about stuffing your face? I can come get it.
All right.
It's good ice cream, too, I might say.
All right, I'm moving on. Thank you, producer Ann. Wonderful job. Jen, 16.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Jennifer, happy birthday.
Thanks.
No problem. All right, my problem is I'm a big partier. I like to go out. I like to drink. I'm 16. The thing is I have really strict parents, and a lot of my friends' parents have the attitude of, like, teenagers are teenagers. You know, they're going to do stuff like that, but...
That is called bad parenting, by the way. Not what your parents are doing, what the other parents are doing.
But mine are, like, overly strict.
I know it feels that way, but...
I think I'm pretty responsible about it. I mean, I know my limits and stuff.
Do you drive?
No, they won't let me.
You don't drive at all?
No.
You don't have a license?
No.
So you never drive drunk?
Oh, no. And I would never get into a car with someone driving.
Do they have a certain religion that is involved here?
Yeah,
Shush.
Catholic.
Are they strict?
Yeah.
They're pretty zealous people?
Pretty much.
What do they think? Are you allowed to have boyfriends?
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. They get kind of sketchy when I go out at night with guys.
All right. Here's the question. Do you think they're coming from a...
abusive.
I'm doing Viscott here. My friend, you can't come from a place of caring if a place of submission is a place you went to. I know, Viscott's dead. We almost... do you think they're trying to manipulate you and control you, or are they really looking out for your better interests?
It seems like whenever I don't know, whenever I go to a party or something...
hold on. Drew, what happened to that piece of pie you were going to give me?
Vanished.
Jesus Christ.
Very good.
Want mine?
No, I don't have that.
No, go ahead.
But you got Adam's asking the viable question: is are they responding to their own needs, or are they looking after yours?
Yeah, they're probably looking after me.
I think so too. I really do.
All right, so cut them a little slack.
Someday,
extreme about it.
What?
They're really extreme about it. Like some of it's just not even needed.
Probably true. But I'll tell you what: there's a huge problem in our world right now where parents are not parenting teenagers, and it's for your benefit. It's painful now, and it must be very unpleasant and unpleasant. I mean, you must feel like your youth is being fettered away.
And here's the situation. Take it from me, I know. You feel repressed. You feel chastised. You feel like there's a grave injustice when it comes to you and your activities. But later on, when you get older and you become a parent, you will resent the hell out of them anyway. All right, Jen?
No, this is a good thing what your parents are doing. Just try to tolerate these years.
Yes, and if our first 13-year-old pregnant caller of the night had this type of parenting, she would not be looking into the abortion today. But my word of caution to folks, do not overdo it. There is the Adam Carolla can of toffee theory, which is you can press that spring down so far before it just shoots out. And when it does, I predict if they push her too far, she goes right into prostitution, becomes a crack addict, and uses sex to support her crack.
This is what's hard about parenting.
Right.
How do you find out where that line is?
Have to have the limits. What are you doing, Drew? Okay. Pat, 41.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, 41 today. And by the way...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, I lift my pie arm to you.
Thank you. Well,
Happy
actually,
birthday.
we do have pie for birthdays, not disgusting cake.
Good. You're
It's a movement.
You're now on the pie council. You've taken producer Ann's place.
Thank you, thank you. I'm calling because I've been listening to your show. I listen to it frequently. You guys give really good advice.
However,
no. I'm just going to add
Yeah.
to the good advice.
Excuse Mr. Instinct over there. Go ahead.
There's usually a butt in there.
I want to comment about that gal who's 13, just from maybe a parental point of view. I feel like she has some options, even though the conversation kind of made it sound like she didn't. I'm thinking maybe she could find someone in her family who could tell her mom this for her and give her mom a chance to blow up in front of that other person so that this 13-year-old girl maybe doesn't have to experience the blow-up part, and then the mom can kind of deal with the daughter after she's had the rant and rave or whatever she's going to go through.
The martyr approach. This is good.
No, not
it's
the martyr
the buffer approach.
No, if she feels
It's
her mom's
good.
gonna
No,
go
I think that's great advice. That is real pragmatic. I agree with that. It's good parenting advice.
And my daughter will be 18 in May. My son will be 13 in June. And, I think of, when they've had hard things to tell me, I'm just a person, and I'm going to have a reaction. And that's hard, I think, for a 13-year-old to understand. But it's really important that she talks to her mom, because I don't think her 17-year-old boyfriend or the grandpa, nobody is going to be helping this kid.
Do your kids come to you?
Yep.
Have they told?
Talk to me about wet dreams.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, that's a little sick.
Huh?
Look, there is a limit.
Well, no.
Excuse me, Mom. I'm stepping in the bathroom to masturbate. I'll be out in just a moment. Thank you.
Well, the bad thing
I'll
is...
be using the good towels.
The bad thing is maybe it was a little embarrassing for both of us, but the good thing is I feel if he could talk to me about this, then there's big things coming where maybe he would feel he could talk to me also.
And how old is this boy?
12 and a half.
12 and a half. And when you sit down on the foot of his bed, does the sheet actually crack and then just start rippling like thin ice?
Well, I guess
because that can be a
I
bad
don't
sign.
Look.
Okay.
I don't look.
I think it's great.
All right, Pat.
Yes, it's great.
You're doing a wonderful job.
Thanks. I think so, and I'm really, really glad that for people who don't feel like they can tell their parents that there's fortunately and unfortunately a radio talk show, where they can call up and say this stuff to you guys, and that you have sensible advice.
Thanks. Pat, you're not on the verge of crying, are you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually laying on my back doing sit-ups, and this is my voice, so I sound like this anyway.
Okay. Go ahead and take a break while you're on the radio.
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, Pat.
Bye.
All right. Older woman, keeping herself in shape.
While she's talking on
I'm
the
guessing
radio.
divorcee. Pat? No, she hung up.
Though, I happen to be thinking about some parents I've dealt with in clinical practice recently, though, and Pat reminds me a little bit. I don't know this about Pat, but obviously she's able to communicate well with her kids. But there's a little bit of misconception that you should be warm and fuzzy with your kids when they're that age. We're just going to talk these things out, and everything's going to be okay. We're going to rationalize.
That'd be your best buddy.
It is still the polar bear theory when you're dealing with 15-year-olds. It's a behavior issue.
What does polar bear refer to?
One of my other bizarre things, which is, for Christ's sake, Drew, you got to get me started. Polar bears are big fans of pie. No. People like to treat, as a society, we like to treat everyone as individuals. And we've learned from doing this show that people react the same given the same stimuli. Meaning, when some 5-year-old has been physically abused, they go on to abuse.
Right.
If it's a female, she gets an abusive relationship where she's being abused, and if it's a male, he becomes involved in a relationship where he's the abuser.
Right.
It's not. Well, that's
what
just
does it have
that
to do
one.
with polar bears?
When you want to figure out how polar bears act, let's study the polar bear. Figure out, they keep wandering into Nome, where's the polar bears?
Nome, Alaska.
All right, and they're rummaging through people's trash, and they killed an infant. We want to figure out what makes these polar bears tick. Do we have to poll every goddamn polar bear? No, we get like 10 of them.
Right.
We get 10 polar bears because they're polar bears, and we work
They're
out a
do
little
what polar
thing.
Bears do.
And they do what polar bears do, and then we go, okay, now we know. We're satisfied, and no one ever questions that.
And
everyone goes, now we know how polar bears act. Let's work it accordingly. If they're attracted to trash, we'll put the cans up on a 6-foot riser, and that'll take care of the problem.
Or if they need an electrified trash
but
can.
you're smart.
Or if they need an electrified trash can to understand not to do that anymore. You worry about the behavior, not about the rationalizations about the behavior. At that age, and adults, you can abstract.
Right.
Teenagers, it's polar bears and electrified fence.
Right. Okay. Now I'm confused about my own analogy. Jennifer, are you eating that pie, or can I finish that during the commercial?
Yeah, it's all yours.
It is?
Yeah.
And I want you to know I'm going to use your fork.
Uh-oh.
Is that cool?
Okay.
Because that's kind of a thing. That's like a first step thing. Okay, Jennifer Gray's here. She's just nibbling her pie. She's so coy. And Drew, sell the hell out of the next call, please. It's always a surprise to Drew when he's on the radio. He's been doing the show for 14 years. I say, Drew, talk to the mic. And he goes, hold on. Where are we? Drew, you're not where you're doing the show tonight. Huh?
Here's Michelle wants to know why one nipple is bigger than the other. That's what we're talking.
Oh, I love that question.
Meanwhile, as the faceless evil closes in on the hapless sleeping populace across town in a shanty one-bedroom, an old woman feeds her parakeet.
Come on, Chirpy, have some cheese. You love cheese. Since when are you afraid of cheese?
Loveline will be right back.
Now, if you're taking all your business calls yourself, it is tough to look professional. It's tough to get anything done then. eVoice can help you by managing all your calls. It provides you with a better way to connect with your clients. A toll-free number, professional voice greeting, a dial-by-name directory. eVoice transforms any phone into a business phone. When customers call, they're automatically sent to wherever you are. You could be at home, in the office, sitting poolside even, but you'll always sound like a Fortune 500 company. And you get this all for under $13 a month. Right now, for a limited time, try eVoice for free for 60 days. I don't know how we're able to do that, but there you go, for free. 60 days just for my listeners. Go to evoice.com, enter promo code ACE, A-C-E. Do not put this off. Get to the computer, set up your eVoice 60-day extended free trial now. evoice.com, promo code ACE. That is evoice.com, promo code ACE. When I was 14, I tried to be straight, or I thought I should be straight, and I was confused. Faggot better run.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, that's your name. When we have... Wait a minute. What happened to John Waters?
Uh-oh. And? He canceled?
What's up with that?
By the way, I will not be here next week.
Too late for him.
It's too late at night?
Faggot
Seriously.
better run.
Okay, hold on, Drew. Before you start in on Waters and the alternative lifestyle.
This weekend anyway.
That's right. We'll see him, tomorrow? Saturday. All right. Too late? Don't worry. Listen, I'll put the screws to that guy when I see him tomorrow over the weekend. Yeah. It's too late. This is a guy who makes movies about the oral fecal route. basically.
Right. Female trouble.
Yeah, but he's in bed by 8:30.
Mm-hmm.
God bless him.
It's a double message.
Okay. Anyway, Jennifer Gray's here tonight. I want to thank Dick's Market, who sent us a whole big breakdown on douche prices last night and is now offended that we didn't get their plug in, although it was not written on there.
They were from Bountiful, Utah.
You know there's a lot of fat chicks roaming around that place. I will not live in a place called Bountiful, Hefty, or Big Ass. I'm living in Big Ass, Utah? Really?
Wide load, Idaho.
Wide load. I'm living in the Hanchyville, Maine. Drew? All right. Douche prices we figured out was about $1.50 for like 4 ounces.
Yeah.
And we couldn't figure out. My first guess was like $135. Drew was saying it's like we were quoting perfume prices.
What are they douching with? Cristal?
I had no idea. I just figured, hey, I didn't think it'd be cheaper in Gatorade, for Christ's sake. All right. Anyway, I came up with a ham douche last night. I thought this is a moneymaker. You know what I mean?
Prosciutto douche.
Jennifer just picked right up on that.
Little balsamic vinegar at the top instead of the standard stuff. Oh, boy, what a team we make. You know anything about medicine?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Why?
This close to throwing Drew off the show.
Oh, I see.
Michelle, 17.
Howdy.
Hey.
I guess this is for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a while ago, about a month ago, I noticed that one nipple is a lot bigger than the other one, and I was like wondering what.
Is the breast larger on that side also?
Huh?
Is your breast larger on that side?
No, it's not. Like they've been the same. Like my breasts have been the same for like a long time, and the nipples just barely
17.
start changing.
Is there any lactation, any discharge from the nipple?
No.
Well, which part of the nipple are we speaking of?
Like the whole nipple.
Like the areola part?
Yeah.
So it's like more it's
spreading.
It's not the candle, it is the plate that the candle's on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, when I light a candle, I always put on a little plate because I don't have candle holders, and I picture that.
All right.
Flame sticking out
there.
Yeah. So which part? It's the round
the
part.
Plate.
It's the plate. Okay.
Yeah, it's a plate.
All right. That's fine.
No, like one is like lighter and one's darker. One, the lighter one's like bigger, like a whole lot.
It's very common for women to have a fair amount of asymmetry either between the nipple and or the breast size.
That means difference.
There can be a lot of difference. And plastic surgeons.
Happening, and they used to be the same size.
Well, I suspect that the other one's going to probably catch up. In fact, and there probably will always be some asymmetry there, some difference. But this can be part of an evolution of breast milk production. I mean, there are endocrinologic, glandular problems that can be associated with breast milk production in somebody who is not pregnant. Thyroid problems, pituitary gland problems, and the nipple can change configuration in that situation.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with asymmetry. It's really like dating two women.
Right.
If you think about it. It's like, hey, on the left side, I got this woman. On the right side, it's her sister. You're copying two different fields with one woman. It's like cheating, but not.
If you cover one eye.
Right. If you dyed the left side of your head red and the right side blonde, it'd really be like dating sisters. Michelle,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to know that my nutsack, as our listeners call it, is not symmetrical.
No. Oh.
Adam, you can only sustain this relationship for 1 hour, can't you?
She's going to find out sooner or later.
But
I prefer that she find out.
What did you call it? This is the exact same thing you guys did last time she was on. 1 hour of love and 1 hour of disparaging
You know what? I think he wants to
hatred.
sabotage it because he gets so afraid.
No, I'm not.
that must be it.
Listen,
that must be it.
I
It's
just
too
don't
intense
want any
for him.
surprises.
Wait, what did you call it?
Our listeners call the scrotum the nutsack.
What do you just call it?
I called it the nutsack. So our listeners knew what I was speaking of. One is a little bit lower. Dramatically lower, I have to be honest with you.
Oh.
Drew, that's fairly common, isn't it?
Yes, very common.
At all times?
Adam, move on. You're going to really blow it here.
Yeah, it is. I think it is.
I've got way too much of a visual going right now.
I'm just saying I didn't want there to be any
Can
surprises.
you just draw it right there?
All right.
Adam, move on.
Let me just draw
Michelle,
it.
thank you for your call, okay?
You're fine. I would say, and this is scale. No, this is not scale. This is actual size. I would go like that. Wait a minute, that's big. All right. Jennifer, I've just drawn my scrotum too big, so I'm going to have to enlarge my penis as well, because if I draw my penis at actual size with this huge scrotum, it will dwarf the penis.
Okay, I wish.
Yeah, I will, Ann.
I never.
And this
funny penis you've got.
It's very peculiar. This side sort of hangs down a little bit lower.
God.
Is it deformed like that?
No, I'd say this side is a little lower than the
It's
than
almost
the
a
other
Valentine.
Side. It really is. Just let me enjoy my weenie, please. All right. All right. Drew, you know you're sporting the same sack. Please.
Drew.
No.
Say it ain't so.
It's not so.
Jennifer, tell me one of those pretty boy Hollywood types you've been with did not have the asymmetrical nutsack.
Never saw that.
Really?
Never.
Trying to think what position you'd be in where you wouldn't see.
Will you go to calls, please?
All right. Lisa, 24.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you guys?
I'm
Happy
good.
birthday, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Calling in because I've had a lot happen in my past, and it's kind of a long story, and I'm having a lot of problems now. And it all starts out with my mom was married once and had a kid, and she was divorced, married my father, and they had 3 more daughters, so there's 4 of us all together. Well, my youngest sister was born in 78, and at 1 year, 8 months old, my oldest sister murdered my youngest sister, and also sexually abused me as a child, along with
How old was the oldest sister when this all went down?
12 or 13. I can't even remember the exact age.
What had happened to her?
We don't know what her problem is. I just think some people are born that way.
Is she? There is such a thing. Is she biologically impaired? Is she?
We think so. She was disowned by the family. She's been in and out of jail for drugs and prostitution. And
what about the murder part? What about being in jail for that?
The thing about that is when it first happened, we didn't know she killed her.
What'd she do? Smother her?
Well, we thought that she had choked on her blanket and she threw up and died that way. But when she finally came home to live with us a couple years later, because she was in trouble in school and stuff, and she went into foster homes, she admitted that she had killed her, and she tried to poison her first, but she shoved a blanket down her throat.
All right, so your older sister is 12 or 13 when she does this to this 16-month-old?
18 months.
18 months.
20 months, 1 year, 8 months. So.
Okay, and how old are you at the time?
I was, 79. I was 7 years old.
Okay.
7 when it happened.
And how many years later did you find out that it was a murder?
2 years later.
Age 9.
You're 9. Mm-hmm. And now, are you aware of this at age 9?
Yeah, I was told about it because she had come home to live with us.
All right.
And 2 weeks later, she was out of the house.
What's going on now with you?
Well, growing up, I'm not proud to say I slept with a lot of guys because I thought it was the only way I could get love.
It probably was.
Because after everything happened, our family, we don't really have a family anymore. My parents won't get help, but I am in such severe depression now.
Oh, it's just chilling.
And she sexually abused you?
Yes.
Starting at age 9?
No, this was
before.
And where's she? Something. Something. I'm a fan of nature. Nurture, not nature. Mm-hmm. I subscribe to that, and
for the most part.
For the most part, something had to be done to this girl.
But it doesn't matter.
Okay,
she is so gone.
Some people are born that way.
Some people are born predisposed,
the
and
chemistry in their brains just isn't right.
Yeah, there are varying degrees of biological predisposition for this sort of thing, but it clearly humans, particularly young children, young adolescents, do not do that kind of thing unless they have been horribly abused. And this whole story is just chilling. This whole story is just absolutely...
I know my parents, granted, I got spanked when I was growing up. It was just natural back then. I know she got spanked, but I know my parents...
Spanking doesn't...
No,
it's not what we're talking about.
But I know, but it's just nothing really happened to her except the only thing I can think of is the divorce,
My folks were divorced, and I never killed anyone under 5.
What are you doing about your depression, though, now? What are you doing?
I don't know what to do. I've tried to get... My parents don't understand it. I mean, because of everything happening,
Wait. Now, you forget about your parents.
Yeah,
Do not go there for great sensitivity and insight. I mean,
I can't because I'll
don't.
No. Me and my sister.
Look, your parents are a bust. They really are. It's sad, but it's true. I think you have to sort of, for your own emotional health and stability, write off your parents at this point. If you guys patch things up and work things out and they have some sort of epiphany 10 years from now, great. But for now, let's just go under the assumption that they're really screwed up and you're partially screwed up, and you don't need to talk to really screwed up people right now. You need to talk to sane people.
Go get some professional help. Don't even talk to anybody. Go get it.
I do. I want to get professional help. I know I need it. I'm a single mother. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter I love with my whole heart. I mean, she's my life.
But you, without some emotional healing, you're bound to screw that up in some way.
I know that. I know I need help. I need to get over. I mean, I've confronted her as my abuser. I know.
No, Lisa. No, it's not. No.
But I know I need the help. But
just go tomorrow.
It's the money factor.
There's plenty of places.
Prioritize.
Clinics.
Adam did it when he had to dig ditches, right?
Yes. I made $7 an hour and went to a damn therapist.
I mean, how do I find these places? I have no idea.
That's another problem. That's even a more delicate, difficult problem. Do you have a family doctor?
Yeah, I do.
Ask that person for a referral to a therapist, or start with a psychiatrist.
Because there are clinics and there's group therapy that's much less expensive.
That's true, but get an assessment, see a psychiatrist, get a referral based on what your resources are, and get going.
And there's lots of people who have work with sliding scales.
Yep.
Right. Know? It goes anywhere from 85 to 185 an hour. But this is L.A. Lisa, what is your sister's name?
Which one?
The killer.
Her name is Rhonda.
Why?
I think I dated her. I'm not sure. I just had a suspicion. All right. Boy, it's a weird night tonight.
Yeah, chilling.
Yeah, like weird, scary, eerie stuff. It's like Halloween, yes. All right. I promise when we come back to dedicate the entire hour to Pie Chat. It's going to be the new name of the show.
Pies and scrotum.
You're on Pie Chat.
Read some facts.
All right, read facts, talk to Jennifer.
The voices are trying to throw me off while I'm trying to concentrate on this.
Okay, you're safe.
Thank you. Loveline will be right back.
Buying a car can be a stressful experience, but TrueCar is changing car buying forever. Yes, TrueCar helps car buyers get rid of the fear that they might overpay. Last month, over 45,000 cars were sold by the TrueCar Certified Dealer Network. And TrueCar.com users save an average of $3,046 off MSRP. When you're ready to buy a car, just follow these 3 steps. Go to TrueCar.com. Find out what other people paid for the car you're looking for. Then register at TrueCar.com to see the upfront pricing information and lock in your savings. And the 3rd step is simple. Just print out your TrueCar savings certificate and take it to the TrueCar certified dealer for a better, hassle-free car buying experience. Some features not available in all states. Every day, TrueCar.com users receive negotiation-free guaranteed savings. Save time. Save money and never overpay. Visit TrueCar.com today. That's TrueCar.com. Drew's favorite song.
What is that song?
That is the Squirrel Nut Zippers, and it's called Hell. And we'll be back in 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on
radio
station.
All right, back with the lovely and talented Jennifer Gray. Wind, Dirty Dancing, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, American Flyers, Cotton Club. I don't believe you must have been 15 when you did that Cotton Club.
Why, I was 7.5.
Oh, sorry. Red Dawn and Reckless. Isn't that Richard Gere movie?
That's Breathless.
Oh.
Cotton Club, wasn't that like
Which one was Reckless?
Reckless was with Aidan
Quaid?
Quinn
Uh-huh.
and Daryl Hannah. It was the first thing I ever did.
What were they? What did they do in the movie?
High school lovers.
Oh. Oh, man, I sort of remember it, but not quite.
I could swear Cotton Club was like 4 years ago.
All right. Drew's the guy who hasn't seen The Shining. He's waiting for it to come out on video.
He's got a lot of babies.
Drew, have you seen The Shining?
No.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's gonna be on a cable coming up. I guess I advertised for it.
All right. Here's some email or faxes or whatever it is. Jennifer, I loved Win. Of course, I live on a sailboat, but it was still a great movie.
Okay.
Gee, thanks.
Not my favorite of the Jennifer movies, by the way.
Thank you.
But that's all right. There are many others that I enjoyed. Drew, I wish we could all get conscientious doctors like you. Producer Ann, wake up! P.S. Could you just tell us why you can't mention the TV show? No, all right.
No, we
Didn't
can't.
you just mention it?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, we can't?
You can't. Don't.
Can't say why?
You can't say anything.
It's the Scottish Black.
You can't talk about it, period. Stop. Okay,
Oh,
we go.
shut
Next
up, Drew. We're not supposed to talk about the TV show because it conflicts with the radio show in a lot of markets time-wise, and the radio folks get PO'd about us talking about the competition, which is sort of ourselves. It's a very bizarre triangle if you think about it. All right. Question. What describes the interaction between Adam and the beautiful Jennifer Grey? A, mushy, 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 mushy. That would be the answer, I guess. Somebody's testing out their computer.
Right,
there.
it's a very interesting computer.
Adam is my god, and I had a crush on Jennifer Grey since Red Dawn. Please, please, please don't screw this one up. You guys belong together. Sincerely, Paul G. With a
Don't
name
even try,
that's can't even begin to get into. Hey, Adam, did you find someone to prune your butt hair for this special occasion?
Oh, come on.
By the way, I'm not volunteering. Happy birthday, Jennifer.
Gee, thanks.
I am I'm well endowed from behind.
Stop it.
Don't, Adam.
Why?
Don't screw this up. Don't screw it up.
I'm just saying you love the dog. Perhaps you could learn to love my ass. It's like the dog, but it doesn't crap in the yard.
It's done. It's over. There's no going back now. You could have hidden that for a lifetime if you just had it properly groomed.
Really?
Yeah. You're done. You are done. You must go home now. Good night, Adam. Good night.
No, I'm not done. I believe
Bye-bye.
our love will overcome these obstacles, such as my asymmetrical sack and hairy ass. And here is a fax of asymmetrical breasts along with the asymmetrical nuts, and it says nipples and nuts, which I think was a Burl Ives song in the mid-'60s, wasn't it? Nipples and nuts, Okay, Drew. Drew loves the Burl Ives references. Jeff, 35.
All right.
All righty.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got kind of this problem going on, and I don't know how to deal with it. I left home when I was 14 and basically smoked pot every day until I was 22. I started growing pot when I was about 18 and had a high amount of usage from 18 until 22.
Okay.
I did a lot of LSD and smoked a lot of cocaine.
Okay.
And I gave it all up basically when I was 22.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm starting to stress a lot about, cancer and adverse effects that could be, happening now.
Are you in recovery of some type?
What's this?
Are you in recovery of some type?
Oh, no. I quit all on my own.
You don't drink?
I don't drink at all. I quit drinking. I quit smoking pot. I quit, smoking cocaine. And I quit doing acid and mushrooms.
It's very unusual to be able to remain abstinent without some kind of recovery process. You sort of made it through it's not impossible.
True, he just did mushrooms, acid, crack.
No, I never did. I smoked freebase, but I guess that's the same thing.
Freebase. That's not addictive.
And how long have you been off it?
Since 1984.
That's remarkable, and certainly you've been through the most difficult times biologically of staying off. But part of the reason you're preoccupying right now is that you haven't replaced. Have you been in any kind of therapy or anything?
No.
Yeah, you haven't replaced the drugs with anything.
Well, I've replaced them with work.
Which is not a good. That's not a healthy thing emotionally to do. Eventually, this will catch up with you. Just file that away somewhere. You need to change sort of how you cope and your emotional strategies to prevent you from going back to this.
Through 13 years.
Yeah,
so
I can't improve on that. No, you can't. I could not have done better.
What's the quality of your life like? I mean,
well, now
I'm fairly successful. I make good money.
But I mean, are you comfortable?
Are you happy?
Emotionally, are you comfortable?
Well,
I mean, do you get obsessed with using again?
No, I don't even think about use. I've had people smoking freebase around me.
So what's the problem?
Well, the problem is obsessing about his health.
Yeah, I'm starting to think, Bob Marley died with cancer all over his body.
It's called somatizing. When you don't have other coping strategies available to you, you start worrying about aches and pains in your health.
Yeah.
Which I'm telling you is not a healthy emotional place to be. But let's address your question.
I thought Bob Marley got killed.
No, he died of cancer.
Who's the reggae guy that got killed?
That's Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you know this reggae
not
guys.
Jimmy Cliff, the guy he played with. Wait a minute.
Peter Tosh, no? One of them guys. Anyway,
Who's the reggae guy who got killed in his house?
It wasn't Bob Marley. He died of cancer. But
Anyway, here is given the little the menu.
Peter Tosh? It was? Okay.
All right. Given the menu of experiences you had, here's what you're likely to be troubled with. One is chronic bronchitis.
Oh yeah, I've always got sinusitis and bronchitis.
Right. There is concern about lung cancer from marijuana, but it doesn't seem to be a likely probability.
No, but how much damage should the guy do? He quit when he was 21.
You can certainly do the brain damage, and there undoubtedly can be damage to the mood centers of the brain. And so you're likely to have depressions on that basis.
And I kind of have like an antisocial kind of.
And that may have been before. That may be something you were dealing with when you were before you started using drugs.
Why you wanted to?
Right.
Well, when I was younger, I used to go to concerts like every week. I was always at concerts. Now, if I go to a concert, I like stress out being around all those.
Right.
people.
Well, you're isolating now.
That's a good thing, Jeff.
You're also
impulse,
isolating, trying to, white knuckling as a way of coping with addictive potential is not a particularly healthy way to deal with it. But again, you've done 13 years, you're okay, you're functioning well. I'm not sure that I could actually improve upon that, but there is improvement to be had if you wish to do it. And individual therapy, some 12-step work, these kinds of things would really, at this stage, probably individual therapy would do a lot for you. Just recognize that you're somatizing, you're obsessing about your health because of lack of effective emotional coping strategies, that your likelihood of getting life-threatening illness from what you've done to yourself pretty low. Tobacco would be much worse for you if you've been smoking cigarettes all that time.
Okay.
Whatever brain injury you suffer from the heavy hallucinogens is over.
All right, Drew, please. Jennifer, I'm looking over at the 40-pound sack of kibble you drug into the studio, as well as the canned food. How much? The dog weighs 3 pounds, 6 ounces. How much food could that dog possibly eat in the 2 hours you're going to be here? And why isn't it eating any now?
Well, she ate what she needed to eat, which was down there. And that is to last us through Sunday.
And are you really living in your car?
Yes. I've got everything that I own. It's not in storage in my car right now.
But where are you shacking up?
I have a place to stay.
She's very... Listen.
She's with another guy.
No.
She's two-timing me.
No. She wisely considers you a potential stalker.
Listen,
and she's not going to tell you where she is.
You can't stalk a guy when you're living with him, or you can't stalk your victim. There's, if you're sleeping on the sofa, I can't stalk you.
In your house?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. I get up and go in the kitchen. I'm stalking, but then I'm back into the bedroom again. I'm just saying. I got a Murphy bed.
Yeah.
And I'm a perfect gentleman.
It's 4 inches away, right? Okay. Yeah.
Now, if something happens, something happens. But I'm not going to force the issue. Not unless you give me that. Not unless I pick it up. Yeah, from a posture standpoint. I know when a woman wants it. No, believe me, I see Ann and Sherry sitting over there all night long. All right,
the hell are you talking
it's
about?
not that posture, Mono. It's a different one. Hey, Thursday night's dress-up night. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, and you're very dressed up.
Thank you, Robin. And absolutely no scent, no deodorant, no Aqua Velva, none of the expensive generic aftershave I usually use.
What, did you review the tape last time Jennifer was on to check all of her preferences?
I listened very carefully when she called in last night, and she has this weird scent phobia.
Right.
She's aromophobic or something. She doesn't like scent. I don't know what's up with you that you don't like scent.
I don't like cologne.
She likes pheromones.
You don't like cologne.
I don't like cologne.
You don't like talc.
I don't like
What about
talc.
deodorant? What about that smell?
As long as it's a very light scented deodorant.
Very mild?
Yeah.
And what about if someone breaks wind? Is that a deal breaker?
You know, why does it always have to be testicular in nature? Why does it have to become about the testes?
I like to dwell
the
in the
sac,
nether regions.
The hair.
And believe me,
And now we're here.
the
again.
hair acts as a bit of like
Now
a carbon
we're on
filter.
the
It's a scrubber.
wind. Oh.
So please,
Oh.
be thankful for the hair. Robin?
Yes.
Do I know the way to a woman's heart or not?
Oh, you're there. You're absolutely there.
Am I
if you
right,
won't move
Robin?
in, then I will.
All right, I'll have you. I'll have both of you, and you guys can battle it out in your panties to see who wins my love.
I'd rather not battle it out in Jennifer's panties, but that's just me.
Robin?
Yes, okay.
All right, should we start gambling on Robin?
There is that kind of...
There's a certain
What's going
sickness.
on here?
Hey, wait a
I'm
minute.
curious, and you haven't even heard my question.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
2 weeks ago, I got my belly button pierced. And now my belly button's all red and sore, and so I went back to the piercing place to get it checked out. They told me I have a staph infection, and they told me to use liquid Lysol to clean it for the next
Oh, my
week.
God.
And, well, it continues. I decided that I didn't quite trust that, and I jumped online, which I'm sure is a completely trustworthy place to get medical advice.
Yeah.
And I went to a piercing room on America Online, and they told me not to use it.
Yeah.
But then I got conflicting advice from absolutely everybody. So I'm
What were the kinds of advice?
everything from straight antibacterial soap to using peroxide and betadine and Neosporin and all of that. So
Well, the only topical agent, meaning something you can put on your skin that actually is a primary therapy for an infection like staph, would be a cream called, or an ointment called Bactroban.
Bactroban?
Yeah.
Where would I get something like
A doctor.
Okay.
Now, the problem is, I don't know how the hell you distinguish between a staph infection and just a rejection of the piercing.
See, they just looked at it for all of 1 second.
Yeah, I mean,
oh, staph infection.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be cultured to be. I mean, it could be any. Look, it could be strep, staph, it could be a million other bacteria too. I mean, how the hell they know it's a staph infection is bizarre.
I don't know, but they told me to use liquid Lysol, so I'm
Well,
that-
they're
that's
probably
equally as
just
bizarre.
going whatever the most common infection is what they're going with. I mean, when
What
people
about
come
hydrogen
in.
peroxide and little Neosporin?
That is a rational.
No money
way
in
of-
it for Drew's
there's,
colleagues.
There's a
if you go with
rational
that.
way of doing it, but
Yeah, I need the cheap advice.
Let me tell you what's wrong with hydrogen peroxide in Drew's mind. Drew sees $1.49 at the Save On and says this won't do.
actually, what the
$86.50 from a fat bald guy behind a counter and a 2-week waiting period is what Drew had.
I
had in
have
mind.
two problems with the Neosporin. Neosporin has neomycin in it, which is the most common allergic inducing antibiotic that there is. And people frequently get allergic reactions to the neomycin, and there's not any good staph agent in Neosporin.
What about bacitracin?
Same thing, basically, with no neomycin. So they'd be better in terms of the allergic standpoint, but still not anything great for staph. But be as it may,
What
I mean,
about polysporin?
polysporin is Neosporin without the neomycin, which would be better than the neomycin, but not good enough for staph
Hold on a
necessarily.
second. Are you a hypochondriac? You're a hypochondriac,
You asked me this
right?
last time, yeah.
I know. You know more about medicine than Marcus Welby. What's going on?
I just,
I just want to suss that out.
I like to treat what ails me.
Yeah, but wait. You're like a pharmacist.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I've got a whole bag in my car right now.
Really?
Devoted to this.
We, on a
Just-
commercial break, we had to just peruse with the kind of medication.
Yet I can't talc up. That's offensive to you? The talc is offensive when
Do
you
you
have
problem with neomycin?
No, but you have a pharmacy in your back seat. I would think you would welcome a foreign substance on a man's genitalia. No. Okay.
Robin, here's my thing.
But sexually, are you real clean? You know what I mean? I mean, you're really weird with germs and stuff.
We're
You know
5
what I mean?
minutes. We're 5 minutes into this call. Okay.
Okay.
Robin.
Yeah.
Let me
Thank
summarize.
You. Thank you.
Take out the piercing, because in all probability this is a rejection. The navel is actually one of the most common places to be rejected. And if that red patch is sort of spreading across your abdomen a little bit, it's usually a rejection.
Really?
Yeah, that's usually the case. Now, if you want to make it, and that's why I was recommending something strong like Bactroban. If you want to make a try at bona fide therapy, you got to go all the way, try it. If it doesn't work, the piercing's gone.
Rejection is protection.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you just make that up? I like a woman who can think on her ass with a dog in her lap. That is wonderful. She's like a white Nipsey Russell over here with that kind of scatting. Mike, 12. Remember Nipsey? Nipsey would scat all his answers when he was on.
Nipsey.
Yeah, when Nipsey was on the Match Game or whatever, he would scat all his answers and rhyme everything. It was great. Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, you're 12.
Yeah.
All righty.
And my girlfriend's 13, and she's really pushing me into doing it, but I don't really want to. It's like I can get almost ready to do it, and then I said, nah, I don't want to. And she's like saying, oh, come on, you chicken, you can do it, and I don't know what I should do.
I swear I'm having total deja vu. When we had Jennifer on last, did we not have a call that was real
Almost
similar
identical.
to this?
I don't remember it.
I remember it.
Did you remember
it's
it?
almost verbatim, the same call.
Yeah, it's really bizarre. It's the exact same situation except for the red ruffled shirt I'm wearing. I believe I was dressed down
And
a
the
little.
dog.
And the dog. So, Mike.
Yeah.
How long have you been going out with this little minx?
For about a year.
A year.
Yeah, about a year.
Uh-huh. And how far have you gone physically so far?
I've kissed her and I've felt her boobs and stuff like that.
Uh-huh. What are the, do you still use the bases thing? First base, second base?
I've probably got to about third base.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure the bases out. First base, you tell me, Mike, because I don't know anymore. Is first base kissing?
Yeah.
Like heavy petting? Any petting or just tongue kissing?
Tongue kissing and...
That's first base?
Yeah.
And then I'm drawing a diamond here. Second base is what? feeling the breasts?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, that'd be second. Third would be maybe feeling the crotch?
Yeah.
And maybe some oral sex?
Not quite that far yet.
Not quite on third base.
I haven't.
Yeah, but that's third base?
Yeah.
Okay, then home run is fornication?
Yeah.
And then when you head into the dugout, is that butt love or?
Aww.
Okay, all right. All right, sorry, Mike. You didn't need to hear that. All right, Mike, listen.
Yeah.
You sound like a pretty sensible lad.
Yeah, I guess so. I can be.
You're not in.
Can I just say something?
What?
First of all, you should never have sex unless you're completely comfortable with it. I mean, ever. And if she loves you and you guys, love each other and you care about each other and you're good friends, there's absolutely no way that you should let her pressure you. You should just say, "Listen, I just don't feel comfortable," and really believe that your instincts are taking care of yourself. It's really, really important that you don't do it because you feel pressured.
Ever.
No matter how old you are.
God will take care of this because you'll not be able to function with this her yelling Mach Schnell in the background and cracking a whip.
Your instincts are very good. It's not that you're chicken. It's just it's not the right thing to do.
Oh, I know.
It's not good for you. It's not good for her.
It's too soon. You're really too young.
Not good for the relationship. And you know what you're doing.
And it's coincidentally, she's 13, Mike. We started the show with a 13-year-old who was pregnant.
Yeah.
All right. It's a tragedy. Yes. So please take it slow and only do what you're comfortable with. All right.
Oh, yeah, I saw my cousin lost his virginity at 13 years old, and all the time I see him, his girlfriend's over, and they're they always go out.
Just don't compare yourself to anyone.
No.
Compare and despair, Mike.
It's Nipsey. I'll tell you, she's never. At 12 years old, he's turning down sex at 12. At 12, my goal was to become the 6 banana split. I had the sex was not even in the equation. There was nothing to turn down at 12. You know what I'm saying, Drew? Oh my God, what a society! It's come undone. All right, we'll be back.
I don't think they're aware of how much they suck.
Hey, that's not very nice. You kiss my mother with that mouth? I mean, your mother?
Loveline will be right back.
Prosper. Prosper.com.
Speaking of money.
Yeah, let's say you needed that $35,000. Let's say you owed it to the tax man like Bull Bryan did.
You blew the money right away.
Yeah. Let's say, what would you do if I could get you that $35,000 in 72 hours? Start a business, pay off the man, a little home improvement. Prosper.com. Peer-to-peer lending. Connect borrowers like you with investors. No outrageous fees, no raising interest rates. Never set foot in a bank. Just go to prosper.com/Adam. Check your rate instantly without affecting your credit score. So go to prosper.com/Adam. Check your rate. Find out. Hey, it's not going to cost you anything. It's not going to affect your credit score. For limited time, by the way, they're offering my listeners a $50 Visa prepaid gift card when you get a loan. So go to prosper.com/Adam. Dawson.
Other restrictions apply. See site for details. Gift card is issued by Center State Bank of Florida pursuant to license from Visa USA Incorporated. All personal loans are made by WebBank, a Utah chartered industrial bank member, FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right. Here with the lovely and talented Jennifer Gray, who she has a movie called, actually a series called The Player coming out.
Well, actually, it's a pilot, so it'll hopefully go to series.
Right. When does that come out? When does that thing air? We still.
I guess the fall, like the new season.
Oh, really? Well,
they're not going to air the pilot unless the season goes, unless the series goes.
They have to pick it up. They have to decide if they want.
You will not see the pilot unless.
I don't know how this.
But we can all watch Adam Carolla tomorrow on CBS.
You can watch me on CBS May 2nd.
I thought it was this week.
What are you doing?
No, I didn't say it was this week.
Oh, somehow I thought it was this week. Why did I completely screwed that up? All right, sorry.
That doesn't matter.
What are you doing?
I did a pilot that did get picked up.
Is that true?
It wasn't a pilot. It was a special. One of these. It was with John Ritter and Leanza Cornett, who was Miss Nude Nebraska, 1946. No, she was Miss America, Miss. She'll get pissed if he hears me. Miss, Super Miss Mondo, Miss Big, Miss USA or Miss Universe or the big one.
Tits Ahoy.
Yeah, I think you can say that. So we did this thing in Florida, and it's like if you're old enough, you remember That's Incredible or Ordinary, or not Ordinary People, but Real People, That's Incredible. All these big mega shows they used to do in the 70s where they had a whole bunch of people, Byron Allen and Fran Tarkington and Skip Stevens and all these people. John, what's John's?
Your guy?
John Davidson.
Oh, yeah.
You're totally worthless, Drew. Here's what Drew's good for. Sometimes if I stare at his blank face long enough, the answer will come to me. But other than that, he's totally useless. But he does somehow, he's some sort of catalyst for me. If I stare at him, I got to get a picture of you with that dumb expression so when you're gone, I can stare at it and come up with answers. Anyway, so it's just people doing flips on bikes and jumping out of airplanes and whatnot. So I'm there doing my thing, too.
What are you doing?
I'm hosting I'm the anchor man for the news segment. It's a little gay, I got to tell you, because it's CBS, and they have very strict standards and practices. Very, very.
So you can't have like sack chat.
No, and as anyone who listens to the show, unless I use the word nipple, sack, or schlong, there's no comedy. I can't be funny without using one of those three words, and CBS frowns on that sort of activity. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It's sort of aimed for that middle retarded segment of America, and I'm sure it'll
Which is
do.
large.
It's huge.
Massive.
And thank God. Thank
God bless 'em.
Yes. So that's what they're aiming for, and I think I'm giving it to them. That's an answer. Steve, 25.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Yeah. Hi.
Hey.
Let me just say one thing real fast. When they put me on the show, they said, here's why we put you on the show. We've heard you do your thing, and this is what we want you to do. The news is yours. This is your segment. Give us your spin. Give us your angle, your sensibilities, and do your thing. I gave them like a little sample of my thing, and they went, ho. Okay, hold on. That's not going to do. Remember how we said do your thing? It has now turned into kiss our ass and get paid. So that's what happened. Do my thing turned into and then it was just
Deballed.
Oh, it was great. There's Fan Yang, the Bubble Man, on this show. It's just awesome. But there's nothing better than when people.
Not Fan Yang, the Bubble Man.
Yes, he's on the show. There is nothing better than when people force really bad dialogue up your ass. It really isn't. There's no more degrading experience in the world than having people with a lot of money tell you what to say. And you become a shill when you do that. And I guess I sold out. So what can you do? Steve?
Yeah.
What's your question?
Got kind of a problem. I'm in the military, and I had come home on leave. And I went on a fishing trip with some of my high school buddies. And on the process of coming home, I caught my wife with my brother in bed.
Oh, no.
Now, I didn't say anything. I didn't let them know I was there. I just kind of left.
What were they doing in there?
And I approached them later. Well, they were having sex.
Oh, now that's bad. That's out of line.
And you approached them later? How?
Well, I went up to my brother first, and he was like, yeah, I said, I caught you and my wife. And he went on to this big old spiel. It wasn't supposed to happen, and this, that, and the other. And I knew if I would have approached them when they were in the process of it, I would have lost my head and done something stupid.
Right. Plus,
after I had...
She could have clinched up and snapped his penis off.
After what now?
Let's call Rhonda.
After I'd cooled off.
Yeah.
And,
hold on. Jennifer has a photographic memory. Rhonda was the name of the serial killer that we had on the show an hour ago. The girl's sister who killed the infant, that was Rhonda.
Right. Paying attention.
It's medicine and names. That's the thing. That's the thing Jennifer knows, and what she likes in a man, which is a lot of hair and asymmetrical scrotum. Steve.
Yeah.
All right. So you.
Not a brute.
You confronted him.
Yeah.
He apologized.
Well, he didn't apologize. He just kind of. He did the blow off thing, like it wasn't supposed to happen. There was nobody else around.
Oh my God.
He didn't actually.
Is your
say
brother just
sorry? But
wait a minute. Is your brother just a major league a-hole? Is that just him?
He's a frat guy.
No. That does not make somebody a sociopath.
Oh, I don't know. I've been in the military since I was 18.
Was this a vengeance thing? I mean, did you kick his ass a lot when he was a kid?
I am.
Okay. And what about your wife?
She was. I went to high school with her. She was my high school sweetheart. And,
what are you guys doing now? Are you still in high school or?
No. I'm in the military.
Right.
And
what happened?
Military's high school with guns.
What happened when you approached her?
Show business high school with money.
And junior college is high school with ashtrays. So.
What did you do what did your wife do when you approached her?
Well, she started crying. She didn't. She apologized.
She had a conscience.
Yeah.
Brother didn't.
And I sent her back to Texas.
So what are you going to do now?
I haven't decided. I don't know what to do. I still love her, but I don't know.
Here's my take, and this is just my take. There are certain tastes I could never get out of my mouth. This would be one of them. I think I could forgive my wife for cheating, although it would take a long time. Cheating with my brother, I don't think I could ever get around that. I just don't know if I ever could.
But it also suggests such lack of boundaries in relationships that they'll never get over the sickness that allows them to do that.
Yes, right. She is flawed, and your brother is flawed by virtue of the fact that they both were participants in this activity.
Mm-hmm.
They're
And
both
you're stuck with your brother.
screwed up as people. I mean, they really are. Your brother especially, and your wife certainly to a large degree as well. I don't know. I mean,
I think when people do stuff like that, they're doing you a favor by showing you who they really are.
mhm.
And the sooner you know, the better off you are, and then you get out.
Well, it makes me wonder too. I mean, going into the field, going to Desert Storm. What was she doing when I wasn't around? It kind of perked that idea.
I think you're wasting your time worrying about what she did or didn't do. You know what she did do, and that's a threshold issue. That's enough. She's done.
Yeah.
She's done.
All right, I would move on. I really would.
Yeah, I think
and Steve,
yeah,
take some responsibility for
It's
choosing a woman who's capable of this.
Oh, and
you
watch,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and watch how you can. It's funny. I was picking up on that too. And watch how you conduct yourself in relationships. You've got to nurture relationships where people will do things.
You like my watch, Drew?
Yeah, it says 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
I just strapped. I just
Just
strapped
a show
it on.
for me?
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's been stopped for like 6 years.
No, you put it the time when he was going to meet you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
say 10ish. Okay.
So she would think you had a working watch on.
Right. All right, Drew. Drew, you've turned into like Shecky Drew. Drew, what's with the sense of humor all of a sudden? Just relax. Talk about medicine, please. Nate.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, I'm here. I had a couple comments. I was just going to say happy late birthday, Jennifer.
Thank you.
And I was also going to make a comment. I know a lot of times people are called up and say how Dr. Drew is so great and bashing Adam sometimes. And I like to say you're both good and you kind of balance each other out. Dr. Drew's the kind of professional side, and Adam kind of sells the show,
Right.
Without each other, you'd lose that balance.
You notice where Nate's calling from?
I'm calling from Bountiful, Utah.
Oh wow.
You know that Dick's Market you're talking about? 2 blocks down the street.
Who? What?
Dick's Market. It's a store.
Dick's Market.
The douche store.
Oh, yeah, Dick's Market. Yeah. Jeez, you should be the statistician.
Like an idiot savant, right?
Yeah, Jennifer, read the minutes from the last show, please. What's on the table tonight? Yeah, where's that stupid? I don't know where it is.
Bountiful.
Here, right here.
Yeah, Dick's Market, right.
Bountiful, Utah. You're saying there's a lot of
rock bottom douche prices. It's right there on the sign. We will not be under douched.
Under douche.
And please check out our wide array of used douche.
Yeah.
We have a huge department. Okay. All right. I pushed too hard.
Do you know I tried to get a job down there as a part-time job. I figured I had some extra time and I need some money. The guy that interviewed me was such a dork.
How about a dick?
He was a dick. I mean, he told me I had a job and then called me back the next day and said, no, you don't. So he was.
This guy is an asshole.
Yeah, he was a dick.
All right.
But anyway, there's a lot of cute girls there, too. There's not fat chicks. In this town, Bountiful, there's a lot of fine women.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounded like a hefty town to me.
Yeah.
No, it's good-looking women.
Yeah, I haven't been here that long, but I always cruise over to Salt Lake. It's right next to Salt Lake.
Right. That's the garden spot.
But anyway, should I get to my question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a question. I'm 19 here, and I've never really been in a serious relationship. And part of the reason is I've suffered from clinical depression, a lot of family problems. When I was 16, I moved out and lived with my sister in Texas. And I was like more worried about surviving and where I'm going to live the next day, And lately I've been doing pretty good. I moved out, get away from my family situation. Parents are kind of in the middle of a divorce. And I've met some people and some girls, and there's this girl I met, and I really like her a lot, and I think she likes me. But the thing is I'm kind of, you want to go in there and make the moves and everything, but I haven't had a whole lot of experience, and I just don't want to screw it up.
All right, Nate.
Yes.
We're running late for a commercial break.
Okay.
We have an expert on making moves on chicks.
You're there.
No, it's not me. It's Jennifer. She knows.
Jennifer.
She's had many a man approach her in her day.
Yeah.
Even as young as she is, or claims to be, she's still had many a man approach her, and she will tell you what she likes and what she dislikes. I can tell you right now, talc's off the list.
Yeah.
All right, Nate.
I figured that out.
But we'll get the we'll get the feminine point of view. All right.
Okay.
All right. So just hang on. Stay away from the market, and we'll be back.
I don't go in for these backdoor shenanigans. Shenanigans.
Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Shenanigans.
Chips, dips, chains, whips.
Shenanigans.
Basic high school orgy type of thing.
Loveline, I'll be right back.
Shenanigans. Shenanigans.
You know, we love hearing from you, so keep on sending those tweets and comments, because we read every one of them. Your opinion is important. That's why we don't want you to miss the chance to take our listener survey at podcast1.com. You see, your responses will help us make this show the very best it can be. It's not a lot of effort, because it'll only take you about 3 minutes, and you'll get the instant gratification that comes with knowing that you helped us get better. So do it now. Take the survey at podcast1.com. That's podcastone.com. And don't forget, keep those tweets and comments coming.
Right there. My mind is just my mind is worn out. You know what I figured out? I've had 2 days off since, and I have New Year's Day. I took off, and then I've had 2 days off since New Year's Day.
That's insane.
That's nuts. Although I barely work all those days I'm working.
Yeah, you call this working?
No.
Come on.
Sitting around like offending people and pushing myself on female guests and eating pie and making fun of the guest dog.
Getting paid.
And getting paid, yes. Look at the doggy. Look at the doggy. Very mellow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I don't like little dogs, but that one I would tolerate. I really would. I like cats. I'm a secure enough man to enjoy the company of
No.
Put
that on hold.
No.
You were talking to Nate on 6.
All right. Well, that's why you're here, Drew. Nate.
Yes.
You were going to have Jennifer.
Oh, you're 19, yes. You're 19. You've had some clinical depression. You have a relative in Texas. I'm convinced as soon as one relative moves to Texas, everything's over. I swear to God, every caller we have with any difficulty says, I'm thinking about staying with my cousin in Texas. I'm going to go out and stay with my sister and her family in Texas. I will never let a family member move to Texas. The second my sister picks up and moves to Texas, I get hooked up with a drunken, abusive wife. I have a few illegitimate children and lose my job. Never let a family member move to Texas.
Well, actually, they're very successful. Her husband, they have 3 kids.
But the point is it's your life that's been cursed. I'm not saying Texas is a beautiful place, I'm sure, and there's many successful people living in Texas, and there's nothing wrong with Texas. It's just don't let anyone move there.
Just don't. Okay. But if you're born there, it's okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
But anyway, I think Utah's more beautiful than Texas. Texas is just hot and flat.
All right, so how could Jennifer help you?
Okay, yeah. How can she help me? She's going to give me some advice here.
How to approach a woman, right?
How to make some good moves. See, I don't want to screw this up.
Yeah, but see, don't look at it as moves.
Okay.
Take it from the expert.
You heard how smoothly he's been operating tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever Adam does, don't do that.
Yes.
Leave your balls out of it.
Yeah, I mean, don't draw a picture of my scrotum. It's all screwed up or anything.
Especially the way this one looked.
That one was fine, by the way. And let me tell you, it's not like I laid the scrotum out on the magic marker board and traced around it. What are women looking for? He's 19. He's going to talk to young women. What do they want?
Well, I think that the old-fashioned way is really good, like the old courting way.
Yeah.
You know, where you take a woman out, you ask her out, and you bring her flowers, all those old-fashioned things.
Well, what do you look for?
Well, I look for honesty and kindness and
the absence of sense at all. You don't like any smell, right?
That's my particular thing. Some women love cologne. I personally don't. But that's not to say she might not love a good dose of brute.
Yeah. Well, you know what makes me mad is I actually ended up at her apartment one time with another guy, and then he left, and we just talked for a while and everything, listened to music, and I just was beating myself up afterward that I didn't make a move or kiss her or something.
You didn't close the deal, did you?
Yeah, I should have.
No,
it was like a perfect
think
opportunity.
Listen, if you didn't do it, it wasn't right at the time.
Yeah.
You know, and I also think that if guys are too desperate and, you know, throw themselves on you too, you know, like that.
Well, it's like a leech.
No, it's not attractive, you know?
Yeah.
Let her, wait for her to beg you.
Wait for her to beg me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Okay. I'd like to get laid before the prostate swells up and explodes, Jennifer, if that's all right.
Could be a while, you know. Well, she's kind of talked about going swimming.
All right, then you're in. If there's any talk of swimming or massaging, you're in.
Yeah, swimming's very good.
Swimming is foreplay, and so is the massage.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an international language.
Yes. If you can go swimming with a girl at night, you will be in her before you're dry.
Yeah,
I guarantee you. The night swimming thing is...
Night swimming thing, huh? Yeah, I mean, she wanted to
I don't care if it's a damn kiddie pool in your living room and you just turn the light off. There will be sex.
She has a friend that works at a hotel that can open it up at like 11:30 for her.
All right, then you're in. Now listen.
She's into it.
All right, you're your own worst enemy here, Nate.
Okay.
Stop second-guessing yourself.
Can I ask one question for Dr. Drew? Last question?
Yeah.
I had a question. I've been on different medications for a while.
Yeah.
Actually, not different ones. I've been on Prozac on and off for the last year.
Yeah.
And
don't bring that up till after the first date, though.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can leave that till like the 10th.
Until the 10th. I know, but I mean, it affects me a lot. What do you tell people when you're like, I don't know. Anyway, but
you don't have to tell her all your worst stuff in the first couple dates.
I know that would scare her away if she knew.
What is your question?
Anyway, the question is I've been on and off this stuff before, and I've gone on to it recently, last couple months, and I've noticed that at first it'll bring my mood up pretty good, but then I'll like start swinging and going kind of up and down.
You're on one Prozac a day?
Yeah.
You may need more than that.
Because when I talked to my doctor, I talked to a psychiatrist. He said, "Well, maybe you should increase the dose."
Right. That's what I'm telling you. The same thing.
You know, my doctor said he didn't think that was right. He said, maybe I need some lithium or something.
No, I think you increase the Prozac. Then
Because
talk to the psychiatrist about it.
Because I did double up on it one day, and then the next day I went to 1 and then 2 and 1.
Look, 20 milligrams a day is a low dose. 40, 60, 80, even 100 milligrams a day are not that uncommon. But certainly 40 to 60 for somebody that has chronic depression would be a routine kind of dose.
Is a pill 20?
Yeah.
Jennifer, you knew that, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I thought you were a pharmacist.
No.
Did you ever got into any pharmaceuticals, any mood-altering stuff?
Yeah.
Really?
Wasn't that what the 70s were for?
No, I don't mean like mushrooms and stuff.
Oh.
I mean like the stuff psychiatrist.
No, never did any.
Never got
stuff,
into that.
No.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
You ever wonder if you're missing out on something?
No.
Sometimes I think I'm happy.
Look, I could be really happy. Maybe I could be much happier.
The imp on my right shoulder tells me I'm happy, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm insane. Maybe I should have some of this Prozac. Drew, make a note. Score me some Prozac just so I can try it out for a day or so just to see what it does. And if it agrees with me, maybe I'll just get on it and you can just be my connection. Is that cool?
No. It'll screw with your masturbatory function.
My
what?
Your sex drive.
My masturbatory function. Yes. It's interesting that Drew approaches my sex life from a masturbation angle.
That's kind of sad.
It really is. He doesn't say
it's tragic.
It's going to screw with your libido. It's more like it's going to screw with your lahando.
I'll be like.
It may affect the lahando, Adam. Really, because I got to tell you, the lahando's way down, Drew. I can barely hold the magazine up anymore. And
so sad.
by the way, if Larry Flint or any of his cronies are listening, I've not seen my follow-up issue of Busty. So I got the 2. I'm still waiting for this month. So please do not disappoint me. I won't tell you about what went on with Larry Flint. Nick, 16.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good.
Just let me say, Jennifer, you're like a hottie, you know.
A hottie?
She knows.
That's a good thing?
That's a good thing.
Okay.
You're like fine.
Thank you.
What movie did you see her in?
Let me see. Wind, Ferris Bueller. Wind was good, by the way.
Thanks.
I like that one.
Right. Smoke a lot of pot, Nick?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm just nervous.
I didn't know what his question was.
What is your question?
Actually, it's about ecstasy.
What about it?
I just want to find out, like what it does. I mean, like
it's an amphetamine that's been altered in such a way as to give it hallucinogenic properties. A dangerous drug. How many uses before people get chronic kinds of consequences is unpredictable. Mood disturbances are the most common thing. If you use a lot of it, you can get thought disturbances, get difficulty with ability to reason or think clearly.
Hence the wind reference.
Oh, come on.
Okay, come on. That evil Modine was in
He's
that.
probably a very poetic fellow.
Didn't you go out with that Modine for a while?
Never.
You guys weren't an item?
No, never.
Really?
If I could continue. X is a drug that
I don't want any of his stink on you. I'm very territorial with my women. Okay.
X is a drug that is
She went out with Modine,
increasingly frightening. The more we learn about the drug, the more damaging it appears, the more problematic it is. It's not particularly addictive. It's really primarily a drug of abuse. But it is, and I've seen it. There has been. I mean, addiction happens occasionally. I've seen a couple of cases, but it's a drug that's just scary. It's a Russian roulette drug like LSD or some of these other stronger hallucinogenics.
So is it like safer than acid?
It's about the same.
About the same.
Yeah.
All right.
Scary. You don't need to do
Nick,
it.
save your brain, please.
Okay.
It's not worth it.
Please. Let it get out of the developmental phase.
At least, please.
Okay.
All right? All right. All right. All right. Jeez, we're out of time.
Yeah.
But when we come back, we're going to have 10 calls. Let's see. I like to sell that. All right, so don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
I began to float up and away from my body.
Lady, you better get back here. If you're not here when Loveline returns, they're going to be pissed.
Float. Float. Float.
Hey, Dr. Drew.
Yeah, Mike.
I pretty much, look, I never bought anything online in my life until I met my wife.
Oh,
and,
seriously?
Now all I do is go to Amazon.
Yeah, I buy pretty much everything on Amazon. And if you want to support somebody that has an affiliate relationship with Amazon, you go to their website, you click through the Amazon banner, and at zero cost to you, Amazon shares some of the purchase price with the affiliate.
Why are you being so nice about it and saying somebody with an affiliate relationship?
You're right, Mike. I should be more specific. Forget an affiliate, some vague affiliate. Let's go to Podcast One, where you can find the Loveline podcast, the Loveline page. Bookmark that page and just click through on the Amazon banner located at the top of the homepage. You can even use the Amazon banner if you're in Canada or the UK. Makes it easy for all future purchases. Again, it is podcastone.com. Click on the Keep It Free banner to support Amazon and all the wonderful sponsors that make the show possible. Need a few, huh? Need a few more of those.
I really look at it as Darwin's work being done here in 1997. We were talking about the cult suicide out in these parts. What was it, 39 people?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for their family.
Yeah.
I don't know. As far as, sort of, this is like Darwinism. This is the thinning of the herd. These are people that weren't on real stable ground, and there were...
They're in a better place.
They're in a better place. At least as far as the society goes, they're in a better place. All right.
Who does he sound like?
Hitler, Rush
Yes.
Limbaugh.
Yes, Hitler.
Rush Hitler.
Yes. Yeah. Very scary.
Adolf Limbaugh.
Yeah.
All right. I've picked this fax up, this goddamn Dick's Market fax 1,000 times. I'm done with that.
Let's go. We're done.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hold on. You know what cracks me up about Drew? We did an interview before the show tonight with, I don't know who. I still don't know who. Unity LA. And I always forget whenever we do interviews, and I come in late, and then we just do them, and I don't know who I'm talking to. But that doesn't matter. Same interview. And Drew's sitting there telling the woman, listen, I did this job for 10 years for free. This job is my life's blood. I would do it for free if I had to, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, Drew, why do you bolt out of here at 5 seconds to 12? Why do you back your car into your parking space just so you can shave a tenth of a second off your departure time?
Because I've got to be in the hospital at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
And I don't have to perform surgery tomorrow?
Every minute longer is a minute away that I don't sleep, and I have very limited sleep time. I've got to get to it.
All right. Jennifer, God love you. You're look at her. Big star and not an ounce of pride.
No dignity whatsoever.
No dignity. She's willing to entertain the thought of companionship with a radio guy, which is a huge step down, even from TV. But she
what
does.
leads you to believe that she even
she's thinking about it?
something
Believe
as
me,
insane
it
as
has
that?
gone through her mind. Believe me, she's certainly entertained that. She wouldn't have done it 10 years ago when she was caught up with all these Hollywood types. But now she realizes.
All right, we're out of here.
Okay.
You're my stern but groovy master.
That's
Adam.
exactly right, baby. All right, the player. It's an ABC pilot. It's got someone named Patrick in it, and it's coming out.
Patrick Dempsey.
Is that what that says?
I don't know what it says.
That says Patrick Seltzer.
Yeah.
No, Patrick Dempsey.
I swear to God. What the hell's...
Yeah, that's what it says.
All right, it's coming out soon. Look for it and give it your support. It was a real good Altman film. I'm sure it'll make a great series. And the point is you have to support the pilot, whatever the thing shows, so that she can keep going and stay in town. Right?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. So. Erasure and Duran Duran next week.
I'll be back on Wednesday.
All right, and God willing, Drew will be back on Wednesday. And until then, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Ow! This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed herein are certainly opinions, that's for sure.
If you'd like a written transcript of today's program, you probably should have written it down yourself. And if you did, we'd like a copy.
Loveline producer Ann Wilkins.
This broadcast was copyright 1997 Westwood One Entertainment. This music is MXPX on Tooth and Nail Records.
Sit, Obo. Obo, stop dragging your butt across the carpet.
This concludes another PodcastOne.com program. Stay tuned for the latest AP News headlines from Podcast One, right after this.
AP Update. I'm Carolla Bradley. Belgian prosecutors have announced that they've detained 16 people in raids linked to possible attacks in Belgium. Eric van der Sijp, with the federal prosecutor's office, says one person tried to flee during a search but was later captured.
During a search in a snack bar in the Sint-Jans-Molenbeek, a vehicle ran into the police, after which the police officers fired 2 shots. The vehicle rushed off but was intercepted later in Brussels. The driver, a man who was hurt, was arrested.
Correspondent Frank Jordans reports a fugitive from the Paris attacks who was not caught is just one person authorities have been looking for.
The Belgian Interior Minister said even if they detain the Paris attacker, the threat of an attack may not be over.
Authorities in Belgium say police carried out 22 raids, 9 in Brussels and 3 in the country's south. AP Update. I'm Carolla Bradley.